We've seen Shohei Ohtani achieve some absolutely incredible milestone moments on the baseball field over the last year, from winning MVPs to leading his team to victory. But this weekend, the Los Angeles Dodgers superstar is focusing on a milestone moment of a completely different and much more personal kind. The Dodgers announced that Shohei Ohtani has been placed on the paternity list in anticipation of the birth of his first child this weekend. This is wonderful news for Ohtani and his family, marking a truly special moment off the field. According to Dodgers manager Dave Roberts, Ohtani stayed back in Los Angeles with his wife, Mamiko Tanaka, while the team traveled to Texas for their series against the Rangers. Roberts mentioned, "I don't know when they're going to have the baby, but obviously they're together in anticipation." It highlights the excitement and readiness surrounding this new arrival. Under Major League Baseball rules, players can take up to 3 days of paternity leave. This means that Shohei Ohtani could be back with the team for their series next week against the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field at the latest. However, manager Roberts also mentioned the possibility that Ohtani could potentially rejoin the team sooner. Maybe even later this weekend in Texas, depending on when their child arrives and if Ohtani feels ready to return to fill Ohtani's spot on the active roster during his time away. The Dodgers have called up veteran outfielder Eddie Rosario from AAA. Rosario will provide an extra bat and outfield depth for the team. To make room for Rosario on the 40-man roster, the Dodgers transferred reliever Edgardo Henriquez to the 60-day injured list. Shohei Ohtani has always been incredibly private about his personal life, so this announcement, while anticipated since they revealed the pregnancy in December, is a significant step into the public eye regarding his family life. It wasn't even known he was in a relationship with Mamiko Tanaka, a former professional basketball player in Japan, until he announced they were married about a month after the fact. The couple had shared the news that they were expecting their first child back in December, leading to the anticipation we see now. On the field, even with this major personal event happening, Ohtani has been performing well for the Dodgers this season. He currently holds a .288 batting average with 6 home runs and 8 RBIs over 20 games. The Dodgers as a team have also been playing strong, with a 14-6 record entering Friday's game against the Rangers, winning 5 of their last 7 contests. It's worth remembering that Ohtani, at 30 years old, is currently only playing as a full-time designated hitter as he continues to recover from elbow surgery he underwent at the end of last season. He spent all of last season as a full-time DH as well. Manager Roberts recently stated that Ohtani is still likely a couple of months away from returning to the mound as a pitcher. So, his time away on paternity leave is solely impacting his availability as a hitter. Despite all the incredible things Shohei Ohtani has accomplished on the baseball field, the MVPs, the World Series title, the historic performances, becoming a parent is a milestone that transcends sports. It's a moment of immense joy and a new, wonderful chapter in his life. We wish Shohei Ohtani and his wife, Mamiko Tanaka, all the best as they welcome their first child into the world. Congratulations to the growing Ohtani family. What are your well wishes for Shohei Ohtani and his family? Share them in the comments below.
Imagine being on the brink of one of the most magical moments of your life, welcoming your first child, while the world watches every swing you take on the biggest stage in baseball. That's exactly where Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani finds himself this weekend. Ohtani, fresh off another season-defining campaign and the reigning National League MVP, was placed on MLB's paternity list Friday morning. With his wife, Mamiko Tanaka, expecting to give birth any day now, Ohtani stayed back in Los Angeles while the Dodgers faced the Texas Rangers in Arlington. Manager Dave Roberts confirmed, "I don't know exactly when they're going to have the baby, but they're together in anticipation." Under MLB rules, players can remain on the paternity list for up to 3 days, which means Ohtani could rejoin the Dodgers as early as this weekend, or no later than when the team opens its series against the Cubs at Wrigley Field next week. During his absence, Los Angeles called up veteran outfielder Eddie Rosario from AAA to fill the 40-man roster spot. To clear space, the Dodgers transferred reliever Edgardo Henriquez to the 60-day injured list. This marks a rare intersection of the personal and professional for Ohtani, who has balanced his two-way brilliance, crushing homers as a designated hitter and dominating lineups on the mound, with a life off the field that's about to change forever. Last year, he powered the Dodgers to a World Series title and collected his third MVP trophy, all while rehabbing Tommy John surgery. Now he's focusing on a different kind of comeback, welcoming fatherhood. For the Dodgers, Ohtani's temporary absence is both a challenge and an opportunity. His presence in the lineup and in the clubhouse is irreplaceable, but LA has depth to lean on. Eddie Rosario, a seasoned playoff performer, slots into left field and adds a switch-hitting bat that can spark rallies. Veterans like Freddie Freeman and Will Smith will carry the offensive load, while emerging stars such as Miguel Rojas and Andy Pages get more chances to prove themselves. On the mound, Ohtani's starts are always a marquee event, his fastball and splitter painting the edges, his competitive fire igniting a hangar full of fans. Without him on the roster, every other starter knows the importance of picking up the slack, keeping the Dodgers' rotation humming as they chase another division title. Um, Off the field, this moment humanizes one of sport's biggest icons. Ohtani's journey from international phenom to two-way pioneer has inspired millions, but fatherhood is a universal milestone. When that first cry echoes in the hospital, no stadium roar can match it. Come Monday, when Ohtani flips that first pitch and strides to the plate in Chicago, he'll be doing more than chasing another win. He'll be balancing the incredible highs of professional greatness with the profound joy of new parenthood. It's a reminder that behind every stat line and highlight reel is a person with moments that truly matter. If you're excited to cheer Shohei on as he celebrates this life-changing event, hit like, share your congratulations in the comments, and subscribe for all the latest updates from Dodger Stadium and beyond. Because in baseball, as in life, some moments transcend the game. Can you believe baseball's best two-way player is taking paternity leave? Shohei Ohtani, fresh off a historic 50-50 season and his third MVP, has quietly slipped off to Los Angeles this weekend, staying behind while the Dodgers kick off a three-game series against the Rangers in Texas. Here's why this matters. First, family comes first. Ohtani and his wife, former pro basketball player Mamiko Tanaka, announced in December that they're expecting their first child any day now. MLB's three-day paternity list is a small price to pay for a milestone like this. He can be off the roster through Monday, missing the Rangers series and maybe even the Cubs at Wrigley next week. For a superstar who's always been private about his personal life, this is a rare window into what matters most to him. Second, the Dodgers aren't panicking. Manager Dave Roberts immediately slotted Eddie Rosario onto the roster as Ohtani's fill-in. Rosario's no stranger to clutch hits, and LA's lineup remains stacked with Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and the flame-throwing arms of their pitching staff. At 14-6, the Dodgers still control their destiny in what's shaping up to be another deep playoff push. Losing Ohtani's bat, he's slashing .288 with 6 homers and 8 RBIs isn't ideal, but it's far from a season changer. Third, what about pitching? Remember, Ohtani hasn't taken the mound since last season's elbow surgery. Roberts said this week he's still a couple months away from pitching again, so his absence here doesn't alter LA's rotation plans. But when he does return to the hill, the 30-year-old will be one of the most electrifying pitchers in baseball and a massive weapon in October. For now, the Dodgers will manage his workload carefully so he can be ready to DH or eventually start on the mound. Fourth, this shows the human side of superstars. It's easy to see Ohtani as a baseball cyborg: 50 homers, 19 wins, record-breaking income, international fame. But stepping away for the birth of his first child reminds us he's just like any expectant dad, excited, anxious, and prioritizing family over headlines. And let's be honest, it's hard not to root for a guy who delivered one of the greatest individual seasons ever, then quietly puts on a suit and heads home for diapers and joy. In closing, Shohei Ohtani's paternity leave may cost the Dodgers a weekend bat, but it won't derail their title aspirations. His teammates know how to win without him, and the organization knows how to welcome him back, hopefully as a father, just in time to chase another World Series. If you're loving the human side of Shohei's story, smash that like button. Drop a comment. Which Dodger will step up most in his absence? And subscribe, because when Ohtani returns, You won't want to miss a single moment of baseball history in the making.